Hey everyone, this is Wild and Woolly Gaming coming to you from the middle of the road as I attempt to drive down the middle of the road with bad camera equipment. And I am here to tell you 4 misperceptions people have about Hyundai, Genesis, and even Kia in 2018, being that they're all, I believe, owned by the same parent company. I know Hyundai and Genesis are both owned by, obviously, Hyundai. So, number 1, it's that they're underpowered. That is such a misperception, especially in 2018 going into 2019. Hyundai's releasing its N line, which is going to actually compete with the best, at least with the Veloster. Looks like the specs are going to compete with the best hatches from around the world, and even it will be more horsepower than even the top of the line, I guess you could say, Focus ST, being that has, the most of the base level hot hatches. You also have the Elantra Sport, which is really coming into its own with 201 horsepower. That's up there. That's matching the Civic Si. It's above the Nissan Sentra SR Turbo, which I guess no one really does consider being in this argument, but my point remains valid. You have the top of the line versions of the Genesis models, which are 300 something, 400 something maybe horsepower. I mean, it's wild how powerful they are with the V8. And you also had even the more recent Genesis Coupe, which itself was great. I believe that was in the mid 300s for a V6, which is pretty damn decent. So that's number 1. Number 2, I would say the second biggest misconception is that they are boring. They're not boring, and if you give me a second, I will put this into drive mode. Hopefully this light turns, and then I can turn and take off, take off traction control a little bit. This light is taking forever. So, number 2, it's that the cars are boring, and no, they're not. No, they're not. Especially with the new cars coming out, the Veloster N with 275 horsepower, only manual. You're looking at that thing. They're pricing that in the mid 20s, whereas the base WRX, I get it, it's all-wheel drive, but the base WRX is going to be priced around 30. And that's if you're lucky to get one. The Hyundai is by far and away, they're making such exciting cars, and they're making such exciting moves, especially after they hired Albert Bierman. Sure, they have a ways to go. Their electronic steering can feel somewhat vague and whatever, but this car, my Sport, for example, and they improved upon it a little bit in the 2018 model. Great. I can't say enough for the value that you're getting out of this, and the smiles per mile, so to speak. It is great. This thing can be your daily driver, and you can make it boring if you want, or it can be just an awesome car. 3, it's that they are just ugly cars, and again, they are challenging that perception. Sure, there is the somewhat accurate perception that they do look like an amalgamation of a lot of different cars. Like, they took some of BMW, they took some of Audi, they took some of Honda, Toyota, and they kind of mixed them all together. And that is kind of true. You can see that, especially in the Sonata, for example. You can see that. But at the end of the day, it's very difficult to make, I'm giving Hyundai the benefit of the doubt. It's very difficult to make a totally unique car. There will be parts of your car that look like other parts from other car companies. And you know what? To be honest with you, especially with the new 2018 models, they're really, again, coming to their own. The Veloster N, for example, with the 2019 model, that thing looks awesome. I mean, I wish that they had showed it off with a different paint color, but it looks great. That thing looks amazing. And the Genesis models look awesome. And one car I did forget to mention a little bit is the Kia Stinger, which is, oh, look at that. A Toyota Prius just went by me. That is an ugly car. But Hyundai, thus far, they don't have any ugly cars. You can make an argument for the accent, but that's it. But what I was saying was that the Kia Stinger, if you've seen that car, that thing is only $30,000 to start. And you're getting yourself a 260 horsepower engine. That thing has world-class looks. It's aggressive looking. It looks great, powerful, great reliability from what I've heard. You know, despite the fact that it's only been out for a few months, I believe, at this point. But I digress. You know, you can look at the Genesis line. Those cars, you can only do so much with a full-size luxury sedan and looks. But man, it looks great. You know, they really did do a great job with it. And I'm going to try to spin out here. And then you have misperception number 4. It is that they look good from far, but they're far from good. And at this point, that could not be farther from the truth. You can go to any forum and you can hear people talking about how excited they are about the new Veloster N or the new Genesis or whatever the case may be, or the new Elantra Sport, or maybe the inevitable Elantra N that's going to come out. You can hear so many people talking about them, being so excited, and you're always going to have that one or those two people who just say, Hyundai's garbage, you know, before it fails on you, you might get 250 horsepower before it couldn't be farther from the truth. They got a 10-year warranty. I mean, they stand behind their products, you know. I've never known a single person who's on a Hyundai for an extended period of time who's had significant mechanical problems that has stopped the car from actually functioning. Never heard of that once. And you can look at all the car review websites. You can look at Car and Driver, Road and Track. I know specifically I shop with Car and Driver. None of their reviews for any of the Hyundais I had actually seen when I did some quick research for this video, none of them are below, I think, 3 or 3.5 stars, which at very worst sets them, give or take, in the middle of the pack. They're saying, it's a pretty good car. But more often than not, you're talking 4, 4.5 stars, maybe even 5. And, you know, they're really working towards that 5-star. And the fact that you can get 5 stars for this level of price is amazing, you know. I think it's really time to ditch that misperception, really all these misperceptions, you know, that Hyundai is, you know, as counterparts, Kia and Genesis are really trash, because to me, couldn't be farther from the truth. You know, you're getting, you know, powerful, good-looking, fun, and really just great overall cars. I mean, yeah, sure, the building materials might be a little bit iffy, but you're really getting a great car for your money, and you can't beat the value. So really, in my opinion, those are the 4 biggest misperceptions people have about Hyundai. Like and subscribe to my channel. Like my video, subscribe to my channel if you can. YouTube's really coming down hard on the smaller channels, so I would really appreciate it. You know, so, and also if you can, you know, watch my other videos, especially if you're looking at Hyundai related stuff. I've become a little bit of a Hyundai fan, you know, especially with my experience with the 2017 Elantra Sport. Either way, this is Wild and Woolly Gaming. Thanks so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.